Welcome to Drill on Earnings. We have quarterly results from Analog Devices. I'm Cory Johnson, Chief Market Strategist for Epistrophy Capital Research. We look at the 50 most important technology companies in the world. Analog Devices is certainly one, a maker of lots and lots and lots of semiconductors. Are they making GPUs like NVIDIA or AMD? No, but these guys are making the heart of what semiconductors are, and things are getting better. We look at the 50 most important companies in technology. This is certainly one. This is fiscal year Q1 2025 for this company. And what we see here is things not getting much worse, just a little worse. So $2.42 billion in revenues was not only better than Wall Street expected, it shows us a decline of only 4% on a year-over-year basis. And gross margins hanging in there at 58.7%, and the company also making a nice profit margin at 23%. But the revenue decline has bottomed. And it's proof now, we've seen it 3 quarters in a row, that while things are getting smaller, the worst is behind us. Indeed, the company promises that fiscal 2025 will see a return to growth. That's what the stock reacting. We'll get to that in a second. Operating margins turning around at 20%, not the worst of what we've seen, not the best of what we used to have. What is this business? It's lots of cheap semiconductors. So this isn't, again, selling into AI systems and data centers. This is selling into automotive, communications, and industrial, 45% of revenues. And industrial has bounced, only down 10% on a year-over-year basis. It's better than what we've seen now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarters now. That's good news for this company with that sector turning around, because industrial has leveled out. Actually, there are other businesses in communications and consumer have done okay. Actually, we've seen a bounce in automotive that has helped these guys. The automotive gains, as a percentage of sales, automotive is bigger than it has been in many years, because automotive cars for a long time have started to use more and more semiconductors, more expensive semiconductors, has been a benefit to Analog Devices. And their inventories, well, they were up a little bit. I'm not thrilled about that. They've gradually declined. If you look at it in terms of days of inventory, actually ticked up to 135 days. Again, I don't love to see this, but the market didn't seem to mind. The stock was up 7% in after hours or trading after the numbers came out, 22% in a week. Pretty nice week for Analog Devices, because the stock traded up a lot before these results came out, like a lot. Like the stock was at 200, so 244. That's 28% move. Almost all of that move in the stock in the last year has been in the last week before the numbers came out. Kind of weird to see that. In any case, Vincent Roche, the CEO of the company, talked about predicting business in these turbulent times. In the air was this conversation about tariffs, about President Trump, about cuts from Elon Musk, about just kind of chaos in our economy, what uncertainty might mean for orders in semiconductors. And Vincent Roche had some things to say.
Well, I think in times of great turbulence, diversity is a great benefit. Diversity of markets, diversity of products, diversity of customers and geographies. So I think, I feel good in terms of our ability with that diversity to solve 2 problems, essentially. One is diversity gives us optionality, but it also gives us resiliency. And by the kind of end of 26 and the early 27, we will have secured at least dual sourcing for the entire product chain of ADI. So about 95% of the products, will have at least dual sources. We've obviously desensitized geographic centricity over the last few years. We've invested in our fabs internally in America, in Europe. And we've worked with our partners as well to get at least 2 geographical sources for the products that we procure from our partners externally. So I think, we're in a good position as a company to make sure that, overall we have internally got twice the capacity we had at the start of the pandemic. And as I said, we've secured also additional supply in new sources, new fabs with existing partners. So I think we're in a very, very good position to weather whatever turbulence might come our direction.
Times of great turbulence. Yes, we do live in interesting times. All right, what's it all mean? It's a big drill on earnings takeaway. I've got that. Q1 2025 earnings from Analog Devices. Here's your essential summary, your drill down earnings takeaway. So while revenues were down 4%, we have seen the decline, the worst of the worst is behind us. Things are getting better. The company says revenues will actually grow this year. And I promised you the drill down earnings bite, the one number that tells us a whole lot. Well, this company sells analog to digital converters. It's probably the biggest business. They sell digital isolators. They sell power management ICs. And these things in being sold into industrial are at $5 a unit, $10 a unit, as much as $100 a unit. But cheap chips in the quarter in industrial. And here's your number. $1,077,900,000 worth of these little $5, $10, $100 chips were sold by Analog Devices, making a decent quarter for this company on the rise. All right, thanks for checking out Drill Down Earnings. I'm Cory Johnson. Subscribe to us here and check out our full broadcasts on YouTube.